What's up, Star Wars fans? Jonesy the Mandalorian here from the Hyperspace Database, bringing you today's topic, the Geonosian Starfighter. The NANTEX class Geonosian Starfighter was developed by Huppla Tisk Shipwrights Collective prior to the Clone Wars, and was used extensively during that conflict. The NANTEX Geonosian fighter was a territorial defense fighter used by the native Geonosians on the planet Geonosis, and were capable of atmospheric flight as well as space combat. The ship was shaped much like Count Dooku's Punwarka Solar Sailor, which was also developed by Huppla Tisk, though that ship was heavily modified to fit the exotic tastes of the Count of Sereno. The Geonosian fighter was specifically designed with the Geonosians in mind, especially in regards to the controls and sensors of the ship, which were tailored to the Geonosians' dexterity as well as their acute sense of smell. The sensors of the fighter would produce an aroma that could be interpreted only by a Geonosian, which made the ship nearly impossible for any non-native to fly. This system also allowed the pilot to remotely pilot the ship from a short distance away. While the NANTEX fighter was only lightly armed with a single laser cannon turret, this weapon could rotate on an axis that allowed it to strafe enemy targets without major course corrections, or engage enemies to either side of itself in a near 360-degree arc. The ship was also equipped with many small tractor beam projectors to aid with precision aiming and close combat grappling. The NANTEX class Geonosian fighter was most notably seen in the opening stages of the Clone Wars, specifically in the movie The Attack of the Clones, in the first battle for Geonosis. These ships were fierce against the LAATs that were attempting to land, and two of them were seen escorting Count Dooku to his private hangar while being chased by Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. The NANTEX fighters dropped in behind the LAATs and opened fire on the pursuing ships, which caused one of the ships to dip down and strike its belly on the sandy surface of the planet. The ships would later destroy the LAATs just as soon as they dropped off their passengers into Dooku's hangar. A NANTEX fighter was also used by the Geonosian Lieutenant Sun Fac to escape from the Geonosian defeat at Geonosis, but he was eliminated by the Delta Squad commandos in the video game Republic Commando. Interestingly, even though the ships were known to be near impossible for non-Geonosians to fly, many of these ships were seen in the Tartakovsky animated Clone Wars series being flown by droids in the employ of the Intergalactic Banking Clan during the battle for Munalinst. These ships were also seen in the later animated Clone Wars series in the second attack on Geonosis, in the Clone Wars episode Landing at Point Rain. The Geonosian fighter also appears in several different video games that have missions that take place on the planet Geonosis, including Adi Galia's attack on Geonosis in the game Jedi Starfighter. It's located in the scrapyards of Raxus Prime in the Force Unleashed video game, as well as being a flyable craft for the CIS in the classic Battlefront 1, but can also be flown by other units as well. While the NANTEX class Geonosian Starfighter was only tailored for one Geonosian pilot and was lightly armed, it was a deadly craft when released en masse, and was known for overwhelming targets several times its own size with their sheer numbers and quick acrobatics in atmosphere and in space. Want to know more about Star Wars topics like this one? Well, be sure to stick around to the end for some secret trivia and check out my other videos for more great Star Wars content. Super special shout out to my Gold Captain level Patreon supporter Nick Sutphin. Your support is super appreciated. Be sure to hit me up in the comments too, because I'd love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for your support and for watching this episode, and we will see you in the next one.